Luke 14:18. But they all with one accord began to make excuses. Last week we looked at the invitation given to the whole world through the parable of the Great Supper. This week we turn our attention to the response of those who received the invitation. Verse 18 goes on to say that the first of these excuses was, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go and see it. I ask you have me excused. On the surface, this is a flimsy excuse. Who could purchase a piece of property without first having already examined the land? But I believe a deeper meaning can be gathered from what Jesus says. This person fits a class of people who tell Jesus they are unable to accept his invitation because the world is still full of too many exciting things they haven't yet experienced, and they want to enjoy those things before accepting the invitation. Verse 19 tells us of someone who said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I am going to test them. I ask you have me excused. Here the problem of job and career interferes with the decision to accept Jesus' invitation to become one of his disciples. For them, work takes priority over relationships. Verse 20 reveals a man who says, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. Here an excuse is made in which, on the surface, it may seem valid. Family is indeed important, and at times people can end up prioritizing church over family. But never is family to be prioritized over a personal relationship with our Heavenly Father. In the end, all 3 classes of people rejected the invitation. From the perspective of the culture which Jesus was talking to, this was highly insulting. The indication is that these people had all accepted the original invitation, only rejecting it when they were told the dinner was now ready. In the end, when we reject the invitation to follow Jesus, we are rejecting the offer of friendship God makes with each one of us. Next week, we'll explore the next part of this parable, the invitation to the poor and the disabled. Until then, Maranatha.